Intro music with an uplifting, inspiring, yet authoritative tone begins and fades into the background. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you're there? Or struggled to recall a familiar name that feels like it's right on the tip of your tongue? For many of us over 60, these small moments can trigger a quiet, deep-seated fear. Is this just a normal part of aging? Or is it the start of something more? For generations, we were told that the brain, after a certain age, was in a state of inevitable decline. A slow, unavoidable fading of the vibrant, sharp mind we once knew. But what if I told you that this narrative is fundamentally wrong? What if the latest, most cutting-edge neurological research is proving that our brains possess a remarkable, almost magical, ability to repair, remodel, and even rebuild themselves well into our 60s, 70s, and beyond? And what if the most powerful tool to initiate this reconstruction wasn't in a pharmacy, but right in your kitchen pantry? Welcome to Better_Health. Today, we are not just talking about sume, brain foods. We are opening the modern neurologist's playbook. We're going beyond the headlines to reveal the specific, science-backed nutrients and dietary strategies that are now considered first-line tools in the fight against cognitive decline. This isn't just about prevention. This is about actively rebuilding a sharper, more resilient, and healthier brain for life. So get ready to discover how to use your next meal to build a better brain. Before we reveal the exact foods on a neurologist's shopping list, we must first understand why they are so incredibly powerful. The entire concept of rebuilding your brain rests on a revolutionary principle: neuroplasticity. For decades, it was believed that we were born with a finite number of brain cells that simply died off as we aged. We now know this is false. Neuroplasticity is your brain's inherent ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Think of it like this. If your brain is a city, your memories and skills are the roads. As we age, some roads may fall into disrepair. Neuroplasticity is the road crew that doesn't just patch the potholes, but builds entirely new highways and bypasses, creating more efficient routes for information to travel. After 60, this process doesn't stop, but it does need the right building materials. And those materials come directly from our food. However, this rebuilding process faces a constant threat from two invisible enemies: chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. You may have heard of inflammation in the context of an arthritic knee or a swollen ankle, but a more sinister, low-grade inflammation can simmer throughout the body for years, a condition scientists call inflammaging. This systemic inflammation is a key driver of nearly every age-related disease, and it is devastating to the brain. It disrupts communication between brain cells, damages delicate structures, and accelerates cognitive decline. A primary cause of this damaging fire? A diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats. Our second enemy is oxidative stress. Imagine a piece of metal left out in the rain. It rusts. A similar process happens inside our bodies. Unstable molecules called free radicals, generated from normal metabolic processes and environmental toxins, bounce around our cells, damaging everything they touch. This is oxidative stress. Your brain is particularly vulnerable because it consumes 20% of your body's oxygen, creating a huge number of these free radicals. The only defense against this relentless assault is a constant supply of antioxidants. And the most potent, bioavailable antioxidants on the planet are found in whole foods. When we talk about eating for brain health, we are fundamentally talking about a strategy to extinguish inflammation and neutralize oxidative stress, creating the perfect environment for neuroplasticity to work its magic. So with that crucial foundation laid, let's get to the toolkit. What are the specific, neurologist-approved nutrients that serve as the building blocks for a better brain? First on our list, and arguably the most critical, are omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA and EPA. If your brain cells are the bricks of your cognitive house, DHA is the mortar, holding them all together. It is a primary structural component of your cerebral cortex, the part of the brain responsible for memory, language, and attention. DHA is vital for the fluidity of your neuronal membranes, allowing messages to be sent quickly and efficiently. Think of it as lubricating the communication channels in your brain. EPA, its counterpart, is one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory agents, directly countering the inflammaging we just discussed. Studies from journals like Neurology have repeatedly shown that higher levels of omega-3s in the blood are linked to larger brain volume and a significantly lower risk of dementia. Where do we find them? The gold standard is fatty, cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. Aim for at least 2 servings per week. For plant-based sources, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are excellent. They provide ALA and omega-3 that your body can convert to DHA and EPA, though less efficiently. Next up in the toolkit are flavonoids. This is a broad class of powerful plant compounds, or polyphenols, that give fruits and vegetables their vibrant colors. Don't let the complex name fool you. Their function is simple and profound. They are your brain's personal security detail. Flavonoids, particularly the anthocyanins found in berries, are masters of defense. First, they are incredible antioxidants, neutralizing the free radicals that cause oxidative stress. Second, they are potent anti-inflammatories. But their most exciting role is their ability to improve blood flow to the brain and, critically, to boost a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. You can think of BDNF as miracle grow for your brain cells. It supports the survival of existing neurons and encourages the growth of new ones. It is neuroplasticity in a bottle. A landmark study from Harvard University found that women who ate at least 2 servings of strawberries, or 1 serving of blueberries per week, experienced a delay in cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. So load up on blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. Enjoy a small square of high-quality dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao. Sip on green tea. These aren't just treats, they are non-negotiable components of a brain-rebuilding diet. Our third essential nutrient group is the B vitamins, specifically B6, B12, and folate, B9. This trio is the brain's maintenance crew, responsible for a critical cleanup job. Their primary task is to help break down a compound called homocysteine. High levels of homocysteine in the blood are toxic to brain cells and are a well-established, independent risk factor for cognitive impairment, stroke, and Alzheimer's disease. Think of high homocysteine as sludge building up in your brain's plumbing. The B vitamin trio are the plumbers who keep the system clear and flowing. Folate is abundant in leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale, as well as in lentils and beans. B6 is found in chickpeas and poultry. Now, B12 is especially important for us after 60. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 from food decreases. B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products, making eggs, dairy, and lean meats crucial sources. If you follow a plant-based diet, a B12 supplement is not just recommended, it's essential for long-term brain health. Always consult your doctor about supplementation. Next, let's talk about protecting your brain's outer walls. This is the job of vitamin E. Your brain is about 60% fat, and every single one of your brain cells is encased in a fatty membrane. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant, which means it integrates itself directly into these membranes, standing guard like a sentry, protecting them from oxidative damage. Studies have consistently shown that people who get adequate vitamin E from their diet have a lower risk of developing dementia. However, this is a nutrient where the source truly matters. High-dose vitamin E supplements have been linked to potential health risks. Neurologists and nutrition experts overwhelmingly agree. Get your vitamin E from whole foods. The best sources are nuts, especially almonds and hazelnuts, seeds like sunflower seeds, and green leafy vegetables like spinach. Avocado is another fantastic source. Just a handful of almonds a day provides a significant portion of your daily vitamin E needs, protecting the very structure of your neurons. Finally, we have a lesser-known but critically important nutrient: choline. Choline is the raw material for acetylcholine, a crucial neurotransmitter that acts like a master key for memory and learning. When you learn something new or recall a memory, your brain is using acetylcholine to make it happen. Low levels are directly linked to poorer memory function. Your body can produce a small amount of choline, but not enough to meet your brain's demands. We must get it from our diet. And the single richest dietary source of choline is one of the most humble and affordable foods in the supermarket: the egg, specifically the yolk. For years, egg yolks were unfairly demonized for their cholesterol content. But modern science has vindicated them. For most people, dietary cholesterol has little impact on blood cholesterol. The choline in that yolk is brain-rebuilding gold. Other excellent sources include beef liver, soybeans, and chicken. Ensuring you have adequate choline in your diet is like making sure your brain's messenger service has all the vehicles it needs to deliver its packages on time. Now, listing these individual nutrients is incredibly valuable. But the human body doesn't work with single nutrients. It works with whole foods and dietary patterns. This is where neurologists have made a groundbreaking discovery. They've found that it's the synergy of these foods working together that creates the most profound cognitive benefits. This has led to the development of what is now considered the gold standard for brain-healthy eating, the MIND diet. MIND stands for Mediterranean DSH, Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay. It's a hybrid of the famously heart-healthy Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet, which is designed to lower blood pressure. But the MIND diet is specifically tailored to emphasize the foods and nutrients that have been most convincingly shown to protect the brain. The research behind it, led by nutritional epidemiologists at Rush University, is stunning. In one major study, older adults who followed the MIND diet rigorously had a cognitive function equivalent to someone 7.5 years younger. Even those who followed it only moderately well saw a significant benefit. The beauty of the MIND diet is its simplicity. It's not about counting calories or macros. It's about a pattern. It focuses on 10 brain-healthy food groups to include and 5 inches unhealthy food groups to limit. The 10 brain-healthy groups are: 1. Green, leafy vegetables. At least 6 servings per week. Think spinach, kale, collards. 2. All other vegetables. At least 1 serving a day. Color is key. 3. Berries. At least 2 servings per week. Blueberries are the star player. 4. Nuts. 5 servings a week. A small handful is a serving. 5. Olive oil. Use this as your primary cooking oil. 6. Whole grains. At least 3 servings daily. Oatmeal, quinoa, brown rice. 7. Fish. At least 1 serving per week. Focus on fatty fish like salmon. 8. Beans. At least 4 servings per week. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans. 9. Poultry. 2 or more servings a week. 10. Wine. This one is optional and must be handled with care. The research points to no more than 1 glass per day. If you don't drink, there is no reason to start. The 5 groups to limit are: 1. Red meats. Less than 4 servings a week. 2. Butter and stick margarine. Less than 1 tablespoon a day. Use olive oil instead. 3. Cheese. Less than 1 serving per week. 4. Pastries and sweets. Less than 5 servings a week. 5. Fried or fast food. Less than 1 serving a week. Notice the language. Limit, not eliminate. This isn't about deprivation. It's about consciously shifting the balance on your plate, crowding out the brain-harming foods with the brain-rebuilding ones. So what does this actually look like on a day-to-day basis? Let's put it all together. A brain-rebuilding day could start with a warm bowl of oatmeal, made with water or unsweetened milk, topped with a cup of blueberries, a sprinkle of walnuts, and ground flaxseed. You're getting whole grains, flavonoids, and omega-3s before you've even left the house. For lunch, imagine a large, vibrant salad. The base is spinach, your leafy green. Top it with grilled chicken for lean protein and B vitamins. Add some chickpeas for fiber and folate, and a rainbow of other vegetables like bell peppers and cucumbers. The dressing? A simple vinaigrette made with extra virgin olive oil. If you need a snack in the afternoon, skip the cookies and reach for a small handful of almonds and an apple. You get vitamin E, fiber, and more flavonoid power. And for dinner, a beautiful fillet of baked salmon, seasoned with herbs. On the side, a serving of quinoa and some roasted broccoli with a squeeze of lemon. You've hit your omega-3s, whole grains, and more brain-protective vegetables. You end the day feeling satisfied, not deprived, knowing that every single bite was a deposit in your cognitive bank account. The journey to a sharper, more resilient brain after 60 is not about finding a single magic pill or a miracle food. It's about the conscious, consistent, and empowering choices you make every single day. The science is clear. Your brain's destiny is not predetermined. Neuroplasticity is real. The tools are on your plate. You have the power to extinguish the fires of inflammation, to arm your cells against oxidative stress, and to provide the literal building blocks for new neural pathways. You can build a better brain. If this guide has provided you with value and clarity, and you're ready to take the next step in your active aging journey, we invite you to become part of the Better_Health community. Click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We release evidence-based guides like this every week, designed to empower you to live your healthiest, most vital years. Now, we want to hear from you. What is one brain-healthy food you will add to your plate this week? Share your commitment in the comments below. Let's build better health together. Outro music swells, inspiring and optimistic.